As I sit here, the crackling flames of the campfire casting eerie shadows across the rugged landscape, I can't help but feel a shiver run down my spine. We're deep in the heart of the mountains now, far from civilization, chasing whispers of a dark legend that has haunted these peaks for centuries. Our expedition began with a sense of excitement and adventure, fueled by the promise of uncovering the truth behind the mountain's ominous reputation. We were a diverse group, brought together by our shared fascination with the unknown and our thirst for discovery. But as we delved deeper into the wilderness, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The fog clung to the trees like a sinister cloak, obscuring our path and distorting our senses. It was as if the very air around us was thick with the weight of untold secrets. We followed the trail of those who had come before us, tracing the footsteps of a lost expedition that had vanished without a trace. Their disappearance had become the stuff of legend, whispered about in hushed tones by the locals who dared not venture into these haunted mountains. With each step we took, the sense of unease gnawed at the edges of our sanity. Strange noises echoed through the valleys, and shadows danced just beyond the reach of our flickering lanterns. It was as if the mountain itself was alive, watching our every move with malevolent intent. Despite our growing apprehension, we pressed on, driven by a mixture of curiosity and dread. We had come too far to turn back now, our fate inexorably intertwined with the dark forces that lurked within these cursed peaks. And then, as night fell and the stars blinked into existence overhead, we stumbled upon the remains of the lost expedition. Their camp lay in ruins, the tents torn and shredded as if by some unseen force. It was a chilling reminder of the fate that awaited those who dared to challenge the mountain's wrath. But it was what we found next that sent a cold chill racing down my spine. Amongst the wreckage, we discovered a journal, its pages yellowed with age and stained with the blood of its author. As I read the words scrawled upon its crumbling pages, a sense of dread, unlike anything I had ever known, washed over me. The journal spoke of horrors beyond imagination, of shadowy figures that stalked the night and whispered terrible secrets in the darkness. It told of a curse that had befallen the mountain, trapping the souls of the lost expedition in an eternal purgatory from which there could be no escape. As I looked around at my companions, their faces pale and drawn in the flickering firelight, I knew that we were no longer alone in these forsaken mountains. The spirits of the past were all around us, their restless souls crying out for release from their eternal torment. And then, as if in response to our intrusion, the mountain itself seemed to come alive with a malevolent energy. The trees groaned and creaked in the wind, their branches twisting and contorting like gnarled fingers, reaching out to ensnare us in their grasp. Panic-stricken, we fled into the night, our lanterns guttering in the darkness as we stumbled blindly through the underbrush. But no matter how fast we ran, the mountain seemed to stretch out endlessly before us, its twisted trails leading us ever deeper into the heart of darkness. Hours passed, or perhaps it was days. I can no longer say for certain. Time seemed to lose all meaning in the endless labyrinth of the mountains, where reality itself twisted and warped like a fever dream. And then, just when we had lost all hope of ever escaping this accursed place, we stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center of the clearing stood a solitary figure, its features obscured by the shifting shadows. As we drew closer, I felt a sense of recognition wash over me. The figure before us was none other than the leader of the lost expedition, his eyes hollow and empty as they fixed upon us with a haunted intensity. Without a word, he beckoned us closer, his outstretched hand a silent invitation to join him in his eternal torment. And in that moment, I knew that we were doomed to wander these mountains for all eternity, our souls forever bound to this cursed land. And so, dear listener, heed my warning and turn back while you still can. For once you enter the realm of the lost expedition, there is no escape from the nightmare that awaits you in the haunted mountains. The chilling realization dawned upon us like a lead weight in our chests. We were not merely explorers in search of adventure. We were unwitting participants in a tragedy as old as the mountains themselves. With each passing moment, the boundary between reality and nightmare blurred further, until we could no longer distinguish between the two. The whispers of the restless spirits echoed in our ears, their anguished cries driving us to the brink of madness. Desperate to break free from the suffocating grip of the mountain's curse, we retraced our steps, hoping against hope to find a way back to the world we had left behind. But no matter how hard we tried, the path ahead remained shrouded in darkness, our every move thwarted by unseen forces beyond our comprehension. It was as if the very fabric of reality had been torn asunder, leaving us stranded in a nightmarish realm where time stood still and the laws of nature no longer applied. We were prisoners of the mountain, condemned to wander its haunted slopes for all eternity. And yet, amidst the despair and hopelessness that threatened to consume us, a glimmer of light appeared on the horizon. A faint memory, long buried beneath the weight of fear and despair, began to stir within me, urging me to remember the true purpose of our journey. For we were not the first to be lured into the mountain's clutches, nor would we be the last. Countless souls had met their end amidst these treacherous peaks, their fates intertwined with ours in ways we could scarcely imagine. And so, with newfound determination, we resolved to uncover the truth behind the mountain's haunted reputation, no matter the cost. For only by confronting the darkness that lurked within its depths could we hope to break free from its suffocating grasp. Armed with nothing but our wits and the flickering light of our lanterns, we plunged deeper into the heart of the mountain, our resolve stealing with each step we took. We would not be cowed by the whispers of the restless spirits or the malevolent forces that sought to claim us as their own. And then, just when it seemed that all hope was lost, we stumbled upon a hidden chamber concealed deep within the bowels of the mountain. Its walls were adorned with strange symbols and ancient carvings, their meaning lost to the passage of time. As we studied the intricate patterns etched into the stone, a sense of understanding washed over us. For in that moment, we realized that the key to breaking the mountain's curse lay not in fleeing from its embrace, but in confronting the darkness that lay within. With trembling hands, we began to decipher the cryptic messages that adorned the chamber walls, piecing together the fragments of a story that had been lost to the mists of time. And as we did, a sense of purpose ignited within us, driving us ever onward in our quest for redemption. And then, at long last, we uncovered the truth behind the mountain's haunted reputation, a truth so terrible that it threatened to consume us all. For the mountain was not merely a place of darkness and despair, but a gateway to a realm beyond comprehension, where the souls of the lost were condemned to wander for all eternity. Armed with this newfound knowledge, we resolved to break the mountain's curse once and for all, no matter the cost. For we knew that only by confronting the darkness that lurked within could we hope to find salvation and escape the nightmare that had ensnared us for so long. And so, with hearts full of hope and determination, we set out to confront the malevolent forces that held us captive, knowing that our fate hung in the balance. But whether we would emerge victorious or be consumed by the darkness that lurked within, only time would tell. And so, dear listener, as I sit here by the flickering firelight, recounting the tale of our harrowing journey through the haunted mountains, I cannot help but wonder what awaits us on the other side. Will we find redemption and escape the nightmare that has plagued us for so long? Or are we doomed to wander these cursed peaks for all eternity? Our souls forever trapped in the grip of the mountain's malevolent embrace. Only time will tell. The night stretches on, the flames of the campfire casting eerie shadows that dance along the jagged rocks. Around me, my companions huddle close, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and determination. We know that our journey is far from over, that the true test of our courage and resilience still lies ahead. But as we gaze out into the darkness, a spark of hope ignites within us, driving us ever onward towards the light. For we refuse to be cowed by the darkness that surrounds us, or the whispers of the restless spirits that haunt these cursed mountains. We are explorers, adventurers, warriors, in a battle against forces beyond our comprehension. And though the path ahead may be fraught with peril and uncertainty, we will face it head-on, armed with nothing but our courage and the unwavering belief that we can overcome any obstacle that stands in our way. So as the night wears on and the flames of the campfire flicker and fade, know that we are still out here, fighting against the darkness that threatens to consume us. And though the road may be long and fraught with danger, we will not rest until we have broken free from the grip of the mountain's curse and emerged victorious on the other side. So if you ever find yourself wandering through the haunted mountains, know that you are not alone. For even in the darkest of nights, there are those who dare to defy the darkness and challenge the forces that seek to hold us captive. And though the journey may be long and arduous, know that there is always hope, always a glimmer of light shining through the darkness. For as long as there are those who are willing to fight, there will always be a chance for redemption, a chance to break free from the nightmare that has ensnared us for so long. And so, dear listener, as I bid you farewell and extinguish the last embers of the campfire, know that our journey is far from over. For as long as there are mountains to climb and mysteries to unravel, there will always be those who are willing to brave the darkness and seek out the truth, no matter the cost.